And welcome back to Zangeki no Reginleiv. We just did a Freya mission, so we're back with Frey. And you're seeing the title, Those Who Traverse the Ocean, and might be remembering that I promised there would be some shark jumping in this game. And, well, it's just a coincidence that it happens near an ocean.
Vikingの村は水ガルドの北端だと言ったな。もしものことも考えておけ。
分かってるさ。全滅しててもおかしくねえってことはな。
遅かったようだな。
ちくしょう。一人も生きちゃいねえ。巨人族め。俺たち強戦士だってここまではしねえ。
巨人族の目的は全ての生命を殺し尽くすこと。慈悲の心など一片もありはしない。正真正銘の怪物だ。
化け物ども、俺が一人残らず殺してやる。
暇はありませんよ。
イズ、
これは
敵ではない。アスガルドの女神イズ。
女神。
近づいています。恐ろしいものが。
何？
巨人族か。どこだ。どこから来やがる。
海です。
So now we know where the giants are coming from. They're coming from the ocean. Now you're probably hearing that and thinking, well, that could mean anything. It could even mean a boat. The answer to that is kinda, sorta, maybe? Technically? For now, though, our objective is this beachfront where a bunch of giants have gathered. Now, I am going to take this opportunity, while they aren't looking at me, to show you Thor's bow. Namely, what's great about it and what's terrible about it. I have no control over the amount of time it takes to wind this up. This is all part of using the weapon. Now, it's ridiculously powerful, but it takes such a long time to charge up each shot. Like you see there, I took out the weapon and blew off the giant's arm with one shot. That's the thing about this weapon, is it can go through multiple enemies. This is annoying too. If you're aiming like at the edge of the screen, it can force you to reset your camera and you'll waste more time charging up the shot. I'm going for the larger giants in particular, because sometimes when I get caught up in fighting the smaller giants, I can lose track of where they are. Which sounds weird, talking about such a massive giant. You also kind of have to steer your shots with moving enemies, because the arrows travel fast, but they aren't like instantly traveling to them. There is a bit of compensation that you have to make. But yeah, if I have enough time to fire with this bow, I can basically take off whatever part of the larger giants I want. And the good news is, while I was doing that, Regin and his group have been taking care of all the smaller giants. They seem to be a little more capable than some of the other guys that you get stuck with this. Now I'm actually at a pretty good vantage point where I'm going to try and get some shots in on this giant, although I want to steady the camera first. So as usual, I'm going for the weapon in the arm and then the head. Yeah, that took a good 3 seconds before it finally hit its target, but it hit its target. And I just need him to stay still a little bit. I can't tell if that hit. I think it hit. But was it a headshot? That one enemy was in the way, so it's kinda hard to tell. Well, it's dead, so wait. That was a headshot. I see the frost crystals. I'm actually a little proud of myself for that one. So this seems like a pretty mundane stage so far. All the fighting is concentrated on this beachfront, and we haven't seen any enemies yet that we haven't really seen anywhere else. Now just keep that in mind, because I'm going to stall for a little bit. Namely, I'm just running around making sure that I get any special crystals that are laying around. Because I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need as much of those as I can to forge some of the weapons further down the weapons tree. Alright. Now, all the giants have been dealt with, and now we're going to find out where they've all been coming from. I usually don't bother subbing in-game conversations, but I'll make an exception for this one.
なんだ
船なのか。
巨人族が乗れるほどでかい船があるってのか。
魔戦ナグルファル。
知ってるのか。
見るのは初めてです。その昔オーディンがヨトゥンヘイムを海で囲い巨人族を封じ込めました。ですが巨人族は船を作り始めたのです。海を越えるための船を。建造には何万年もの時が必要なはずでしたが、ついに完成したのです。
Well, that's that. The giants travel in a craft capable of traveling under, on, or over the top of the water. And they are beaming down giants. I can't. I really can't. So, the level continues because they're beaming down giants from their fucking spaceship. My god. So it's going to beam down some medium giants, mainly. But now we have the large giant. And it's a good thing I'm standing really far away from it, because these things can do a serious amount of damage. And because of their size, they have a ridiculous amount of range. Like you can see here, I'm getting headshots on this thing with a pretty powerful bow. And yeah, it's still not down yet. Although I think I hit him in the arm with that one. Yep, I got his arm. Yep, 2 headshots, lost an arm, and still not down yet. Unfortunately, because he's larger, he also has bigger strides, which makes it a little more difficult to hit him in particular spots if he starts sidestepping all over the place. And oh my god, that explosion of crystals. I mean, I really don't like Thor's bow because of the massive wait time between each shot. But it is kind of ideal for this stage. Jeez. You see how far I had to back up to avoid getting hit by that giant. I mean, as long as you can keep your distance and get the AI to do a little bit of crowd control for you, it is perfectly usable for stages like this. And speaking of stages like this, it kinda has a bit of a non-ending for this stage. Because Naglfar appears and starts beaming down giants, and it's pretty much going to end right as another wave starts. Now, there is a bit of an advantage to that, which is, technically, while the level's ended, you can still, like, fight a couple of giants and get some crystals off of them. Kinda sucks, though, because you're on a bit of a time limit for, like, what exactly you can do. Like, if a giant, well, a large giant appears, you're not really going to have enough time to start lopping off limbs and go for headshots or anything like that. So I'm kind of taking my time with this giant in particular. I tried getting the weapon, but I accidentally hit him in the hand instead. And I'm going to go for a headshot and somehow hit him in the arm. Well, I'll hit it eventually. Now, as I line up a couple of headshots, you know, like those things where someone has a jar and they say, guess how many things are in here and you win a prize? Try and guess how many crystals fly into the air once I get this headshot. There you go. There is no prize for this, just talk amongst yourselves. So technically, after killing that giant, the level is over. You just have to wait for some dialogue trees to go through. More giants are dropping down in the background. These are medium giants. I mean, you can still attack them, and I did manage to lop off the arm of one of them. But, yeah, the level's over, so very short time in which to do that. Also a bit more time before it fades out from the clear screen. There it goes. Now, I completely lost track of... Okay, good. I hit 100 water crystals, and I'm up around, let's see, 34 for frost and earth. That's okay. I'll make it work. Now then, let's get down to forging a few weapons, and I believe we'll do Air's bow. It's not air like wind, but the goddess Air, who I believe is for healing or protection. And on a similar line, here's the Hammer of Protection. Very rough translation. I'm not going to go for that just yet, because I kind of want to make this balanced so I'm not horribly lopsided toward either Freya or Freya. And since I forged it, I'm going to swap out her current bow with Air's bow, and we'll get a little trial run of that in Freya's next mission. So next time on Zangeki no Reginleiv, we're going to continue with Freya further south.